I choose wherever possible to buy secondhand, and not just because you can buy incredible pieces, but because your budget does go so much further. So the title of this video is From Primark to Preloved, and it was very much sparked by me remembering when that Primark opened on Oxford Street, and I was at university in Bath. I was studying economics down there, and the news travelled down from London that there was this like mecca store that you literally, even as a student, you could go in and you could afford anything you wanted. I mean, you felt like a millionaire. You just grab your basket, said bye to your mates, and 2 hours later you're there with your paper bags like rustling all the way back to Bath, and you had, 20 new outfits to wear for the rest of the month. And to be honest, I have to say I loved it. I thought I can get all these fashion forward pieces for a fraction of the price, and I most certainly didn't think about the cost of what I was doing. All I thought about was the price, the cost to me, the price. And certainly I never really went for Zara. I never really have gone for Zara, but it's just the fit for me, actually. I think those Spanish women, they're sort of leggy, and I'm short and a little bit more curvy, a little bit more British, and it just doesn't fit me well. But Topshop really does, so I've definitely spent a fair few pounds in there. So I certainly started at the loving of the high street. So in the next stage of the video, I just wanted to talk a little bit about why my shopping habits have started to change. And I think first and foremost, it's just the media spotlight. It's just really made us aware of the linear nature of our fashion industry. So poor quality fabrics. Polyester, didn't even realise it's a plastic. So every time I'm washing my polyester rubbish tops, they're leaving little bits of plastic particles in the water, which is then going out into our water systems. We're then consuming that. So poor quality fabrics, workers making our clothes in poor quality conditions, and then these items being flown, halfway around the world to be bought by us for very, very little. The price that doesn't in any way recognise the cost, the true cost of the item, so the cost of that labour and the cost to the environment. And then beyond that, because the price is so cheap, we don't value the item after we've finished enjoying it. So actually a lot of it is not even being given to charity, it's actually just been thrown into landfill. And the man-made fabrics, some of them can take from 20 to 200 years to decompose. That's compared to something like a linen, like a pure linen could take just 2 weeks to decompose. So it's just, it's just educating myself, I suppose, a little bit more, not just being, I think I had my head in the sand a little bit, and I just really wanted to enjoy that cheap price without really thinking about the true cost. So I guess just reading a little bit about what is going on in the press has really made me think a little bit more now how I choose to shop. And so that brings me on to the next stage and how I choose to shop now. So I did say at the beginning of the video, I am very much on a journey, and this is just the small changes that I have definitely made in the last couple of years to my buying habits. So I'm very much more mindful now about the pieces that I buy, and I think you've probably noticed from my other videos, I talk a lot about investment pieces, and I very much view my wardrobe as that. Where out of this in a couple of years' time? Do I really need it? Is it a piece that sparks joy? I'm very into that, Marie Kondo, Does it spark joy? And there was a lot of pieces in my wardrobe I wasn't really proud to wear, I wasn't proud to put on. I'd rather have one piece that I am just so proud to wear rather than 10 other pieces. So first and foremost, choosing more carefully. I think secondly, I choose wherever possible to buy secondhand, and not just because you can buy incredible pieces, but because your budget does go so much further. And also at the end of the life cycle, you can then sell the item for the price that you paid. So it's almost like renting. And I think that just kind of makes the economy a lot more circular. and yeah, I like that idea a lot. Thirdly, I'm trying to be more mindful about the materials that I buy, trying to move away from the man-made materials more into the natural fibres. Fourthly, I am trying to explore sustainable fashion brands. I'm not going to say that I've had particular joy, so I would absolutely love to hear from you guys if you have any really amazing sustainable fashion brands that you choose to buy from. I think places like H&M have talked a lot about it, but I don't necessarily have confidence in what they're saying. I think a lot of sustainable journalists have looked into it and found that perhaps there's a little bit more going on there than meets the eye. So guys, that pretty much sums up my Primark to Preloved journey. As I say, I'm still on it. It'd be great to hear from you. I think it's a really fun topic, and hopefully I might try and do a couple more videos and you can let me know your thoughts. Guys, wishing you a safe and wonderful week, and I'll be back here same time next week. Bye.